Okay, you are live. Please introduce yourself, introduce the run, yada yada yada. You know the stuff. And then we ready to start the time and such a
Of
things.
course. Yep. Good morning, afternoon, evening, or night, everybody. I am organMike, and I come to you from north central Turtle Island, the home of the Anishinaabe, the Cree, the Anishinaabe, the Dakota and Dene peoples, and the heart of the Red River Métis Nation. With reverence and respect, I acknowledge the care of the land for these people before me, and acknowledge the harms done and continuing to be done through colonialism and all its aspects. I am here this morning to play for you the task randomizer of Ultima IV, the first of three things I'm going to be doing this morning. So you might notice up here beside me, right there, is a little line that says Recruit the Shepherd, and if I scroll through that, there's actually a whole list of tasks. Things that I have to do in a certain order. Now this is a completely filled out task list. The task randomizer was built by Cloudy Shoe. Cloudy Shoe is an Ultima 6 runner. And we got together, and when I say we did this together, he did all the work, and I just supplied the advice. So the idea is to go through all 45 tasks up to and including Find the Codex of Ultimate Wisdom, which would complete the game. So everything to do in the game is on this list. So if you saw my low percent run earlier this weekend, you will note some things that happen in here that don't normally happen that don't happen in low percent. We're going to put a new task. We've got 2 hours for this, which means we're going to do a spellcaster. So there's 8 possible classes. The first quest says recruit, but it's really become that class. There's 8 possible classes. Of them, Fighter and Shepherd have no magic ability, and Tinker has very low magic ability. So we are looking for one of the other 5: Mage, Druid, Ranger, Paladin, or Bard. So we're going to generate a new task list. What do we got? Druid! Druid seed it is. That means that I have to pick Justice as my go-to virtue. I need some more light on my game, thank you. I need my game to actually be up, that's much more useful. Okay, so Justice it is, the Druid. Right there. I will be moving the task forward as I complete the tasks at hand, going through all 45 tasks to finish the game. I'm going to initiate a new game. There's our good character. SouthTyrol meets Speedruns Carnival. My usual answer to this question, art thou male or female, is no. But I just hover my fingers over these. Oh, we hit F. Normally that's where we would start the timer, but my fingers are clumsy, so I will give you a countdown and we'll get going. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So, much like in the other versions of the game, we go out for a walk. We find a portal. We settle back under a willow tree. We open the book. Read the book of history. No, really, read the book of history. It's important if you want to actually get anywhere in the game. We go through the Red and Fair. This is all fairly straightforward. But what we're going to do is start as a character class of the Druid, which is going to require that we pick Justice as our primary virtue. And then we're going to get the bell. What a great start. Spirituality and humility is going to be first mix there, yeah. We have to take Justice anytime it comes up, because a Druid has Justice as their primary virtue. Compassion is nice, gives us a little dexterity. Valor versus Sacrifice. Valor will give us a little bit of a head start on the Valor virtue. Justice. Compassion for speed or Valor for... Well, given that our first thing is get the bell, we'll take Compassion. Okay, and compassion versus justice. We have to take justice. First thing we're going to do is turn off the sound, duck into the town, and now we have to get the bell. The bell is on the water. Getting on the water is complicated. So what we're going to need to do to get started, we're going to need to get a weapon that's better than a dagger. We're going to need to get some magic reagents so we can cast some spells. And then we're going to need to get a boat. I think before we do even that, we're going to need to get some levels. We're very close to level 3. We started at 175 experience. We need 200 for level 3. So over here we'll find the town of Britain. Over here we'll find the town of Britain. There it is. Where we can purchase a sling. Purchase a sling. 1, please, and thank you. No, we're good. Ready it up. There we go. We're also going to need to get a horse. Of course. Let's fight. A little money. I should actually not have taken that treasure chest. That's alright. We'll leave the next one out. And that is to avoid losing a ship to what is essentially a glitch. Let's see if I can get... No, that's only going to give me 193. We'll leave that first one there. Buy us a horse, so we don't have to take all these fights. And when I use the yell command to tell the horse to giddy up, every time I take a step, we move 2. Now, the herbalists are blind. I don't know what sort of herbs they're handling, but all the herbalists in Britannia are blind. So I can ask for 99 black pearls, they deliver it, and I say that'll be 693 gold, and I can just put 1 coin in the box, and we're good. It's not good for our virtues. We're supposed to be paragons of virtue, and unfortunately, that's not how we start. We will be eventually. I'm mixing blink spells. I'm probably going to need a lot of them. We will also need some wind change spells, because we very often end up using the balloon an extensive amount. I put 2 restrictions on this when I do this game, when I do the task randomizer. One of which is that I don't use the gate travel spell, which essentially trivializes movement. The gate travels. If I use the gate travel spell, the task randomizer part of the list becomes, okay, which teleport point is closest to where I'm going? We'll just teleport to that. We'll probably end up using a fair bit of energy fields. We're not going to use the infamous energy field glitch, where we can walk through walls in the dungeons. But David McFly questioned QAB. I don't have any E. Okay. Okay, then let's restock. There are 2 rather interesting game-breaking glitches in 2 different versions of this game. In fact, there's several in earlier versions of the game. But, heal spells. We're going to mix a couple of sleeps. Some quickness. Invite questions seriously. Exits to get out of dungeons. We'll probably need about 10 of those. Some up and down spells to move through the dungeons more quickly. We'll run our spider silk out making those. Anything more I need? But Dave and Fly, he questions seriously you wish. Alright, then we are just going to restock. Fingers, do what I ask you, please. Alright, so we have a full list of reagents, we've got a full list of spells. And we're off into the world. Now with a horse, we move a little faster. Good, this will give me a level. You don't just get a level, you have to actually go and claim it. But I could use the additional hit points, clearly. Pathfinding isn't the greatest in this game, but it's not terrible. So we're going to go get our level. We have to go talk to Lord British for that. And on our way, we're going to punch Chuckles in the face. Chuckles the Jester is one of the least interesting jesters out there in this version. But I punch Chuckles in the face to manipulate some of my other virtues. By attacking him, I lose points in compassion and justice and honor, but then it makes all the guards hostile. Now, guards aren't evil, so not killing them is to my benefit. If they were evil, then not killing them would be running away, and that would be bad for some of my virtues. We're going to steal a bunch of money from here. We're going to cure my poison and heal myself so I don't die at this moment. Okay, climb up. And everything is forgiven. They don't care that I started a whole bunch of fights downstairs. Because I don't start the fights with the guards after they become hostile, I don't lose anything for fighting them. There we go, level 3. What did I get? Good, my dexterity is up to 30. I want my dexterity over 40. Because the way the game is programmed, if my dexterity is over 40, I can't miss a clean attack. So if I attack someone and they're in my line of sight, I can't miss. If my dexterity is 40 or higher. Now we're going to actually push it up by going into a dungeon and getting a couple magic orbs. But now we've got money, we've got experience. We're doing alright. We've got a good lead here. We should have my compassion up to 99. This set of character numbers here represents the 8 virtues and the level at which they're at. We're going to cast a blink spell north. We're standing on the dungeon. And we're going to go down to the 5th floor. 1, 2, 3, 4. And from here, I head east as far as I can, north as far as I can until I hit a trap. Actually, it's easier if I go down one more. There we go. Move from here. There we are. Climb up. Search this. Does 500 or does 200 points of damage and gives me 5 points of dexterity. That's a gremlin. I don't want it eating my food, so I want to kill it. There we are. Drink the water. And we're going to grab a bunch of treasure chests while we're here, too. It's another gremlin. It will not be alive for very much longer. There we are. I want to have enough money here so that I can go out and purchase At least a magic bow, possibly a magic wand. And then we're going to repeat this once more. Ignite a torch. Climb up. Get the orb. Climb back down. Now, anytime I make an attack that is directly in line with an enemy, I will hit. No missing for me for the entire game. That is a Reaper. That's bad news, potentially. Every time the screen flashes, the Reaper is casting a sleep spell. I don't want to get put to sleep. Which is what makes a Reaper bad news. We're going to have a lot of money. Whether or not I've got enough for a magic wand will depend entirely on when I'll be headed to Buccaneer's Den, which actually could be very soon. So we'll stick with the magic bow. We're going to blink myself back down here where I came from. That is Nixie. Unfortunately, it's not a boat. We need a boat in order to get the bell, and the bell has to be the next thing that we do. There's nothing enforcing this, by the way. It's just the order in which I choose to do things because the game, this particular thing tells me to do them. So we're going to wait for this moon gate to send me to Trinsic, like so. The moon gates are the game's fast travel system. The gate travel spells lets me basically land at any moon gate spot anytime I want. Which is why I don't use it. The best place to go for looking for a boat is on Maginsia Island. So that's where we're going. Right there. We wait here. The way the game generates random encounters is it puts up to 4 on the overworld. There's a 32 by 32 chunk of the world loaded at any given time. And every time I take a turn, it has a chance to generate a monster in any square that I cannot see. Hello, boat. That was extremely quick. The boat grind can take quite a while, so I'm feeling very lucky right now. Thank you. We're going to cast a wind change. Just so I'm not sailing into the wind. Causes all that slow progress. The Bell of Courage. Alright, what comes next? Oh, randomizer list. The Skull. Oh, we just missed the time. The Skull can only be found when both moons are new. Right now, they're not. So we're going to head over here. This is where the Skull is. We're going to mix. We're going to see if I need to mix anything. Not really. Yeah, I am going to need to mix some more downs. So we need both moons to be black. Up here, these moons right here. We need both moons to be new moons. And so we'll just take a moment, relax, talk about this game. It's 1985, originally for Apple II. I played it on the Commodore 64 growing up. I, in part, got into games by watching my dad play it, actually. 1985 is possibly the first game with a karma meter, and it has 8 of them. One of the other things I don't allow myself to do is to close and reload the game for purposes of getting moon gate timing. So those moons, as they shift in real time. If you close the game and reload, you always end up with 2 new moons at the start. There we go, the Skull of Wizard, Monday the Wizard, and the Horn. Okay, let's go get that. Actually, let's do this instead. Oh, hello. Can I get you somewhere? Darn. I would have liked to have got a second vote. But unfortunately, I'm going to have to leave that one in the middle of the ocean because there's nowhere nearby I can put it. So it's just going to sit out there forever. We're going to go up here. We're going to take our little detour. I mentioned I wanted to purchase a magic bow. This is Buccaneer's Den. This is where you do that. So we're going to get a magic bow. We're here to purchase a magic bow. We need one. Yes, we want some flaming oil. Get a bunch of that. We're going to head up here. We're going to go to the guild shop. We're going to go to the guild shop. Thank you. Yes, I would. We're going to buy some magic gems. And some keys. And we'll let... we'll say goodbye to One-Eyed Willy and head out. Our work here is done. And we just need to go and put this boat somewhere useful. Before we do that, we're going to stand on this square, and once more we're going to wait for the moons to shift. Now, if you saw my low percent, this is one of the items I would not be picking up. Same thing with the horn, actually. And the skull were things I did not get in the low percent. Here, though, one of the other things I didn't get is Mandrake, which is right here, in this spot, when the moons are new. Mandrake root powers some of the most powerful magic in the game, including the aforementioned not being used gate travel spell, but that's not why I've got it, because I'm not using gate travel. There's Trinsic. We've not been there. That's a rogue I don't want to fight, so we're just going to blow him up with the cannon. I hate fighting from ship side, so I don't do it if I can avoid it. Yeah, and we're just going to head back. Oh no, we're going to go get the horn. Horn's over this way. I'm going to fight you in the open plains. I should actually ready my magic bow. There we go. Having the magic bow is great. Actually using it is better. So we're going to blink over here onto these little islands. And this spot right here is the silver horn. And that moves us to break the skull. Okay, good. I want my horse back. We're not going to get it back for a bit, because we have to go break the skull. One of the side quests in the game is to find and break the skull of Mondain the Wizard, which I found the skull. To break it is to go and throw it into the abyss, which we can do from a balloon, which we're going to do from a balloon. But first we're going to stop in here, we're going to talk to Lord British. We're going to get level 5. Got enough experience for that. And we're going to see what our intelligence does. Our dexterity we already know is fine. Our intelligence went to 25. Okay, intelligence determines magic points. Oh, how did my dexterity get 42? Okay. I misread. That's fine. Intelligence determines magic points, and really nothing else. Oh, we're going to break the skull. We gotta go this way. We're going to go into the dungeon that Lord British keeps in the back. There's someone here, if you talk to them, they warn you away from going this way. But there's a dungeon back here. We're going to, before we go and break the skull, we're going to head into the dungeon wrong through these altar rooms. The altar rooms connect the dungeons together. But really what I want is to wind my way through the darkness, get rid of these gremlins, and find the magical ball, which give me dexterity and intelligence. My intelligence is low enough that I want to get... okay, fine. That's not what I wanted. I want to go up, not down. There we are. West to the wall, back up, go through here. Healing fountain. Right, now we're going to go down. This is what peering at a gem does. It gives me this map. I want to get to that spot. That's where I came up. So it's... over 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Reapers. We're going to cast a poison field and get myself poisoned. The game only allows for one status ailment at a time. I'm poisoned and therefore I cannot be put to sleep. In other versions of the game, the Commodore version for example, being poisoned means that you get cured by getting put to sleep. There we go, we finally made it. And you can actually cure poison by getting put to sleep, you just have to find a way to get put to sleep. The Altar of Love, we're going to cast another sleep spell because gremlins are terrible and will eat all my food. Back into the Dungeon Hithloth, we're going to cast Exit. And we're going to go break a skull, but we're also going to... we're going to leave myself poisoned deliberately. We're going to grind for Valor. So we're going to cast a Wind Change south, and we're going to throw it into the Abyss in that one exact spot. Okay, what's next? Recruit the Fighter. Gotcha. Yeah, we're going to grind for Valor. So in this area here, normally you can use the horn and walk through clearly. Use the horn. That's the Shrine of Humility. As long as you're walking south, you might get attacked by demons if you don't have that horn. And since we only have one character in the party, we're never going to see more than 2 demons at a time, though that's a Balron. It will try to put me to sleep. There's another one too. I like seeing those. Give me good experience. So here's where the grind is going to happen. It's going to push me... hopefully we'll push my Valor up. Valor is one of the 8 virtues I have to master. And in order to do that, we have to win fights against evil creatures. Demons are almost by definition evil. So attacking them here, taking these extra fights, gives me a chance to get my Valor up. My Valor's at 87 right now. Every time I win a fight, every time you see this little victory tag right there, there's a 50-50 chance they get a point of Valor. Yeah, this also takes care of any money issues I might have. If I hadn't already got a magic bow, I might be looking at getting one now. Instead, that money is going to go towards healer and towards hiring a healer so that I can give blood properly, and it's going to go to food. Recruit the Fighter. Okay, so I'm going to balloon off here to the east. What do we got? 97. Let's do it. One more set of fights. Nice and early in the game too, and I'm going to have 2,000 experience. So experience. In order to beat the game, I need to have a full party. I need to have one character from each character class in the party. I started with a druid. There's a bunch of other character classes I have to get. In order to get... your party size can never exceed your level. Wow. I got 1 point of valor for 8 fights. It's just telling me I need to do one more grind. That's fine. Okay. My shoulder is not having it this morning. Yeah, so I do need to get to level 8 because I do need to have 8 party members. I should be there now, yeah. So I'm looking at this pair of numbers, that 99 there. Alright. Getting on the balloon. You might notice the winds are capricious and irritating. This is the town of Jalome. There's a fighter in here I want to recruit. His name is Jeffrey. That's Max. Max gets in the way. This is Jeffrey. I've recruited the fighter. Get the wheel. I need to get back in my boat. So I'm going to head straight east from here. And of course, I also have to be aware that whichever direction I point the wind in is the opposite direction I'll be moving. There's the south wind, and it's pushing me to the north. The wheel's in that bay there that we just flew over, but I can't get it without my boat, which is there. Can't get away from this. I don't really want Jeffrey around. We're going to get him dead very soon. Might be able to get him dead here. Oh, okay. I mean, we don't want Jeffrey around for a number of reasons, but... Go away. Thank you. The wheel's there. It takes if you use the wheel, it takes your ship's hit points from 50 to 99. Very useful if you don't want, if you're worried about your ship drowning. That is our last waterbound quest. The last thing we have to do on the water. The yellow stone is in the dungeon we were in at the beginning of the game. We're going to get Jeffrey poisoned. There we go. So we have to head back to Lord Bridges' castle. My experience is at 2,500. It will eventually need to be 64. 6,400 is what we need for level 8. Okay. Moongate should open in a moment. And I need it to cycle through, so we've got the crescent moon waning. Waxing. It was just waning. Crescent waxing. Get on the horse. Okay, we're back in the dungeon to spies. We're going to cast my way down to floor 5 this time. East to the wall. South as far as I can go. West to 2. And then... Oh, right, we should mix some tremor spells. The whole reason for picking up Mandrake is that I could mix tremor spells. There. So we're going to head into this room, and Jeff isn't going to survive this room, I'm afraid. Jeff is going to bravely take on 5 sea serpents all by himself. Good job, Jeffrey. And there's the yellow stone. What do we got next? Rune of Humility. So we're going to exit out of here. The Rune of Humility is found in Pause, where we purchased the horse. While we're there, we're going to fix our honesty. We'll do that by purchasing... Thank you. Do that by purchasing reagents at the correct price. We're also going to go to the market. We're going to buy some rations. I'd like 60 packs. There we go. Now my food is out of danger. Rune of Humility is over here. There's the Rune of Humility. Next on the list, blue stone. Yeah, we're going to go and fix my situation here with my honesty being in the pits. It should be at 11 now, yeah. So, yeah, we're going to purchase some sulfur ash. We're just going to restock. So my honesty is now basically at 1. I need to purchase... the only way to raise honesty is to buy at cost here. So we're going to buy garlic at 2 gold piece a bulb 49 times. Interestingly, this process is actually easier on the Commodore and Apple. What? There we are, 99 right there. Only things that aren't up there are sacrifice and spirituality. Everything else is up where I want it to be. Blue stone, we're going to head back to Lord British's castle for that. Yeah, on the Apple and on the Commodore, you couldn't input double digits to buy reagents. You can only input a single digit. My sacrifice is currently at 61. We're going to give blood to raise that. Yes, I am. 1, yes. So it should now be at 71, 81, 91. So that should put my sacrifice at 99. Yeah, all that's left is spirituality. We gave blood. The only way we're allowed to give blood is if we have 400 or more hit points. We're going to head back into Hithloth here. We're poisoned and that's fine. We want the blue stones. We need to go through the altar room of truth, the north. Into the dungeon deceit. We will Y up. Here to gem. We will north, west around here. Ignore all these skeletons that are dancing behind the barriers. Hit the winds. 1, 2. Cast a Dispel. Hit a sleep field. It apparently wants to just keep us there. Blue stone, what do we got next? Recruit the Paladin. Okay, best bet for this. On the opposite side of the world, we're going to take a chance here. We're going to cast as a down and land. I'm hoping to land in this section, which I did, because this is the Altar Room of Truth. I can use the Altar Room of Truth to head back to Shame, which is near where I'm going. So we're going to cast a Quickness spell to come in here and delete some demons as quickly as I can. And, let's see. What do I want to do? I'm going to head into Shame. We're good. I think we're just going to exit out of here. Blip. And Shame is right near Britain. We're going to get my horse back. I don't want to let too many treasure chests accumulate on the map either. There's only room for 24 items like that, and those items also include my ship and my horse and my balloon, and I don't want them to get randomly deleted. So this is the town of Trinsic. We've been near here before, but not in it. I'm going to talk to Dupre and have Dupre join me. That's cool. What's next? Rune of Sacrifice. Okay, let's get Dupre poisoned up properly. That's the problem with Giddy Up. There he is. Stood in the poison fields long enough, eventually got poisoned. Go figure. Go south. We're just going to wait again to get this back to Britain. The Rune of Sacrifice is in a place called Minok, which is over this way. If I want to really slow this down, I could over-restrict my rules and not allow for blink spells. I really don't want to fight you guys. We'll skip past here, we're going to blink in here. There we go, there's some... Okay, fine. You might notice there's more enemies appearing on the combat maps. The maximum size of an enemy party of wandering monsters is twice the size of your party. This is Minok. So yeah, if I'm wandering around by myself, great, I can only ever see 2 enemies. If I'm wandering around with a full party, I could see up to 16. Rune of Sacrifice obtained. Partial Avatar Hood of Humility. So one of the things you have to do to beat the game is become Partial Avatar in all 8 virtues. Currently I am Partial Avatar Hood of Nothing, or Partial Avatar of Nothing. Because that's how you start the game. In order to become Partial Avatar of something, you need first of all to have, well, 99 points in that particular virtue, which I do. There's Humility, it's the last one. And then you need to go and meditate at the shrine of that appropriate virtue for 3 cycles, so that's the Shrine of Humility. We're going to Moongate our way back. Zip zip. And in order to get into the shrine, especially the Shrine of Humility, we need the Silver Horn, which wards off those demons I was fighting earlier. The easiest way to get there. We also need the Rune of Humility, which we have already. It was one of the earlier items on the to-do list. So we use the horn, which sounds an eerie tone, puts this nice red ball there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It only lasts 9 turns. We stand here, we meditate on humility, and this is where I get a break. Meditation takes time. So while that's happening, we'll roll over to the next one, the red stone. There are 8 colored stones. You also need the mantra, proper mantra to meditate. There are 8 colored stones, 6 of them are found in the dungeons. The red stone is in the dungeon Destard and is one of the easiest ones to get. I just have to get to there. You put in the wrong mantra, you get kicked out, and also you lose 3 points of spirituality. There we are. Now from here... Oh, another pirate. Nowhere I can get him, though. So this is the Dungeon Destard. We head down to level 2, and then we're just gonna mix some more down spells and sit down my way down to level 7. I always land in the wrong section. There's two parts of level 7. See if I can land in the right bit. There we are. This little Ankh symbol is where we find those stones, like so. Not descend, search, thank you. Get the Blackstone. Blackstone is not in a dungeon. Move away from that. I've missed my moon gate. So we'll go ballooning. Nope, I went north. Get a nice little tour of Britannia. I'm out of wind spells already. I didn't mix enough, obviously. It's always exciting when you have to mix new wind change spells while you're flying in the balloon. Because the balloon keeps moving. Oh, in the right spot. Okay, fine. No, I missed it. So that's the moon gate I want for the Black Stone. But unfortunately, we need both moons to be new, and I missed it. So we're gonna wait. So 3,400 experience. Every rune I pick up is worth 100 experience, every stone I pick up is worth 200, and every major item is worth 400. So I get 5,600 experience, because there's 8 of each of those. And 8 times 100 plus 8 times 200 plus 8 times 400 is 5,600. They start with, in this case as a druid, 175 experience. So that's 5775. Which means that over the course of the game I need to generate at least 625 experience, but that's only if all those experience generating pickups happen. Where's the brain? Before I recruit all my party. Where's the brain? It's 2:06 in the morning. That's where the brain is. I have my dungeon maps over here on my tablet, if you're wondering what's over there. I know that's exciting. Alright, what are we getting after the Black Stone? The Purple Stone. Cool. Let's head back to Britannia. Get on my horse. Not a particularly high one. But yeah, I'm at 3,200. Experience is actually fairly easy to deal with. The requirement for every level doubles. East of the wall, south as far as I can go. The requirement to get to level 2 is 100 experience, and the requirement for every level after that doubles. So level 3 is 200 experience, level 4 is 400, level 5 is 800. There's the Purple Stone. These are undead. What's after the purple stone? Rune of Compassion. We're in the right area. The Rune of Compassion is in the town of Britain. It is. What's next? White Stone. Also in the right area. The game is being very considerate. Or the randomizer is being very considerate. The game itself doesn't seem to be particularly interested, but there we are. From this spot, we blink north, and there's the White Stone. Green Stone. It's in the dungeon. It's in the dungeon wrong, where earlier we beefed up our intelligence. So we're going to head back into Lord British's castle. We're going to make a quick stop. Actually, we're going to make a quick stop by Lord British himself. Get a level. Get 2 levels, actually. We're at level 7. Normally, I like to do all my levels at once when I can, but because it's a bit of a pain to get up here, but that's alright. Boom, level 7. But I needed to heal anyway. And we're going to head back into Hithloth, the dungeon in behind Lord British's castle. Descend down as far as we can go. We're going to go to the altar room of Truth. We're going to get poisoned first. There we are. And we're going to go out to Wrong, which is over here. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. I probably don't have to deal with these. Again, I don't have to fight non-evil creatures. 1, 2, 3. We are going to ready our flaming oil and step into this room. That yellow thing with the mouth on top of its head is a Zorn. You can see the N here between my food and my gold. That means magic has been negated. The Zorn will negate magic until it's dead. Means I can't cast any spells. Means I can't complete this room until it's gone. We're going to do a couple dispels. And here's the green stone. What do we got next? Recruit the mage. Okay. Where am I going to go? I'm going to go out from here back to the altar room of truth. And then I'm going to go, out from there to go recruit the mage. So we're going to cast an up, cast a down, see where I landed. Oh yeah, tremor. Gremlins are a continual problem. They will eat all my food. We'll exit out of deceit. Wait a few turns. I'm not curing my poison because I'm going to get poisoned again if I stand in these swamps anyway. We're heading back here to where we found the black stone earlier. Where we left our balloon. And this is the town of Moonglow. It's where we will recruit the mage. This is Mariah, the mage. She will be the next companion to die. Get the Rune of Valor. Okay. Easy enough. There we go, Mariah is poisoned. I'm going to fight some... That's a lot of rogues. Rogues will steal money, but not as regularly as gremlins do. Gremlins will steal food anytime they attack you. Rogues, not so much. We're going to wait for this moon gate. It will take me back to Jalome, where I recruited Jeffrey. We're going to go get the Rune of Valor. And we're going to push our way through the guards here. See, we're now fighting 8 guards at a time instead of 2. Our compassion is back where it ought to be. It's just easier than going through the actual town. Here's the Rune of Valor. What's next? Rune of Spirituality. That is back in Lord Bridges' castle. So we're going to take the moon gate from here to Skarabrae, which is near Lord Bridges' castle. Not in the same way Britain is, but this moon gate doesn't go to Britain. The Shrine of Valor is right here. We'll be back here. We've got the Rune of Valor, we've got Geoffrey. The Shrine of Valor is the only other thing that we need to come back here for. Here's the town of Skarabrae. We're going to definitely be back here later, because we have to recruit a ranger at some point. The Rune of Spirituality is found in the castle treasury. We've been very close to it a couple times when I was stealing the castle treasury. Go with the horse, enter Britannia Castle. We'll go on horseback. That's why I punch Chuckles in the face once in a while. Anyway, we're not stealing that, we're just getting the Rune of Spirituality, which is there. Recruit the Shepherd. Before we do that, we're going to put my spirituality up at 99. We're going to do so by talking to Hawkwind the Seer. There we go. So we're at 71 now. And I'm looking at my food. Watching my food tick down. My food ticks down 1 tick every 25 steps. Because I have 4 party members. I can only get the benefit from talking to Hawkwind once every 100 steps. Or rather, what it needs is the hundreds digit of my step counter to be different. So we're at 80 now. We need to collect 19 more. That'll put me at 83. So yeah, if I watch my food tick down 4 times, I'll know 100 steps have passed. 86, yeah. $89. Nice. $92. $95. $98. There we are. Not the only way to raise my spirituality. You raise your spirituality by meditating. There we are at 99. We were going to have to do that at some point anyway, so might as well do it now. Recruit the Shepherd. That requires we go back to Magincia, which unfortunately requires waiting for a Moongate. So we're going to do that. I'm going to wait a while. Oh, and take a moment to stretch. My shoulder is not having any fun this morning. I hope you're all having a good day. It is the middle of the night for me, and I'm hoping I'm not disturbing my neighbors. Pardon me. The game will pass. It has real-time elements like the moon gates, the wind, and if you stand around long enough, it just passes turns. You see there maybe that little pixel of a bar there. That tells us that we're partial Avatar in humility. That that pixel will grow, there will be more pixels that join it. From here we need to go to Benicia? Boy, pardon me. Oh. The other significant thing about the number of moves is the wandering monsters we find on the overworld map. So we've seen rogues, orcs. We haven't seen snakes, but that's also a possibility. This is Katrina the Shepherd. Partial avatar hood and spirituality. Made a good call there, then. Alright, how am I going to do this? I'm going to do this by going back to... no, to Scarabray. That would take me to Trinsic, which isn't bad, but Scarabray's a little closer. There we are. I'll be fine, thank you. Don't need to fight you. At 10,000 steps, the game unleashes another set of wandering monsters, like another group that might show up. Specifically Headlesses, Ettins, Cyclops, and Wisps. See if I can get Katrina poisoned. Yep, did. Okay, good. We're waiting for the Moon Gate here because the Shrine of Spirituality is hidden behind the double full Moon Gate. There it is. Boop, boop. I hope my shoulder calms down. I've got 2 more runs to do after this one, and my shoulder's acting up. I'm not sure I'll be able to do them all. Well, let's give it a try. After partial avatar to spirituality, get the candle. The candle of love. The candle of love. The candle of love. We're just gonna take the moon gates over to back to Britain. I could actually blink my way to the candle of love from Minok, but it's a lot easier to get there from Britain. It involves some pretty tricky maneuvering to get there from Minok. From Britain, we just have to go up here, link east twice, and there's the little village of Cove. We head up here, get the Candle of Love, recruit the Tinker. It means we gotta go back to Minok. Fortunately, it's easier to get to Minok from Cove than it is to get to Cove from Minok. Link east, link north. The Tinker will be our 6th recruit. I'm level 7. Pay no attention to the other corpses on the horse. Recruit the Bard. That puts us at our 7th recruit. Can I get Julia poisoned? There. Okay. And the last recruitment task would be... I am the Druid. Oh, the Ranger. Scarabray. Now, the task randomizer is weighted to put recruitment tasks further down the list. so that you'll have enough experience. But it seems pretty likely I'm going to have to do some experience grinding. Just because it's unlikely I'm going to see another 1,400 points of item pickups before I see recruit the Ranger. Unlikely, but not impossible. Okay, here's the bard. It's YOLO. He's charming, in fact. Partial avatar of Valor. Okay. So I gotta go back to Jalom. In this case means once more going over to the Moon Gates. So we just wait a minute here. The second moon changes every 3 seconds or so. The first moon changes every 3 times the second moon changes. So we want this one right here. Boom. This is near you, where we started as a druid. That would take me back to Breton. This will take me to Jalom. There we go. And here is the Shrine of Valor, where I will meditate. What comes next? We're going to need to get off here. Rune of Honesty. Okay, good, because this Moon Gate will take me to Moonglow, where the Rune of Honesty is, where we recruited Mariah. The third corpse on our horse. Rune of Honesty will be another 100 experience points. Or shift a bit. Let's see if I can get pillow to support my back. Welcome to Late Night with organMike. There we are. That's better. Look south. And once more, we just wait around for a bit. I know, thrilling content. Here's me waiting for the moons to change. Quite often, if I can get a second boat, I use a second boat as a ferry back and forth between these islands. But I didn't get a second boat. The boat is stranded out in the middle of nowhere. So my boat's on the wrong side of the continent. And it's a bit of a pain to get it over here. But I'm not going to. Here we go. One more. Right there. So, back over to Moonglow. It's not in Mariah's treasure chest. It's on it. Partial Avatar Hood of Sacrifice. Well, this is conveniently close. Not as conveniently as I would have liked. There are other ones I could have gone to that are more convenient. We're going to blink up here. Back to Dagger Isle, where earlier I came out after getting the blue stone. Head over here, and that is the Shrine of Sacrifice. And apparently we're going to fight a couple of orcs. Cool. Meditate on Sacrifice. What comes next? Honesty. We just skipped past the Shrine of Honesty to get here. So we now have Valor, Spirituality, and Humility done. We're going to get Sacrifice, which is in the middle somewhere, and then Honesty, which is at the top. If I ever lose points in any one of those, I have to go back and get my partial avatar hood again. Oh, there we go. Virtue Sacrifice. There's a snake. Back this way. Oh, okay. We don't have to fight these guys. They're not evil. There we go. And there's the Shrine of Honesty. Now, if I try and go now, I'll say my mind is still weary from my last meditation. Just like with Hawkwind, I need to wait until my move counter hundreds digit has changed. And there we go. Key of Truth. The keys! There are 3 of them. The Key of Truth, the Key of Love, and the Key of Courage. They're found in the altar rooms of the dungeons. This is Honesty. There you are. Hey, you saw the videos, the audition videos. You knew what it was. You knew what the run was like before you signed me up. Oh, pardon me. So there's 2 ways we can get to the Key of Truth. The easiest way, we're going to go back into Deceit over here. Means we're going to leave our horse behind, though, because getting our horse out of there is going to be a trick. Or probably going to leave the horse behind, I should say. Okay. We're just going to cast a bunch of down spells. See where we landed. Okay, again, I wanted to land in this section. This section isn't bad, but it's not great. So we're going to hit these traps. And we're not poisoned, but we're going to be. And now we're, you know... This is why I wanted to be poisoned, so I didn't get put to sleep. I can't be poisoned while I'm asleep. There we go. Now if I step further than this, I'm going to open up some bridges, which will let these gremlins out. So I want to make sure there's none of them that's going to get in front of me. Also, I need the experience. So 5,200. I'm sure I'm going to get my final recruit before I reach 6,400 experience. There we go. 5,300. More Reapers, okay. That flaming oil I purchased, I often refer to as a Reaper killer. I don't have to fight these guys. Because the Reapers are giant evil trees, they just stand there. So if you light them on fire, they just stand there and burn in the flaming field. It's kind of cool. So we have to use the white, blue, purple, and green stones here. In any particular order, it doesn't care. Rune of Justice. So we need to go out near you. Okay, so we're just going to head to Shame again. This way. Exit. Unfortunately, I don't have a horse anymore. This finger here points up towards the town of Yu. Directly at it, as a matter of fact. Rune of Justice. We're 33 tasks in, there are 45. We're 33 in. This is Vorpal. His job is to eat people who bug him. Art thou here to bug me? Yes. Eat death, scum puppy. I would like to, but he's not attacking me. Health, hungry. He's a nasty, ugly villain. Yeah, anyway, he's in my way. Sometimes you can provoke him into attacking you. He didn't seem to want to bite this time. Recruit the ranger, like I said. I'm at 5,448 experience. I need to get to 6,400. We are going to take the moon gate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we are. Moon gate's right here. So I need to grind a good amount of experience right now. And we do that. Yeah, we'll head down to the dungeon Death Star to do that. I'm still going to avoid overland encounters because they can be huge at this point. So we're going to head back to Deathstard. On the 4th floor of Deathstard, we're going to find a room with a bunch of phantoms in it that look like energy fields. They're worth 10 experience each, and they die fairly easily. It's down, ends down. Where'd I land? There. Yep. Okay. So I cast a Tremor spell. Everyone that dies is worth 10 experience. Now, they hit fairly hard, so I tend to not just stand here and fight. But I also need to recover my magic points. Every step, I recover a magic point. Those are gremlins. I don't want to fight them. But I can't run away from them or I'll lose my partial avatar Hood of Valor. There we go. 5606. Cast a Tremor. So Tremor does, to every target on the screen, one of 4 things. Or one of 3 things. Nothing. Reduces it to fleeing hit points. Or kills it outright. We're hoping for lots of kill it outright, please. There we go. That's nice. Again, I don't really want to hang out with these phantoms. They do a lot of damage. There we are. This is the most efficient place to experience grind when you have a spellcaster. There we are. That was a nice one. Oops. I didn't wait long enough. There we go. If you don't have enough magic points, unfortunately it's still, and you try to cast a spell, unfortunately it still uses up the spell mixture. So I've got to be careful with how many I actually have. I've got 9 left. Which should be enough to get me my experience. Should being used advisedly there. More gremlins. Nice. Ghosties. Also do enough damage on attack that sometimes it's worth standing around and killing them. If I get surrounded by 3, it's not really worthwhile. That was not a good tremor. I was hoping for much better. We're going to hole up in camp. This lets me heal a bit. It recovers my magic points. It's slow, but it works. There's a 1 in 8 chance I'll get ambushed. I need one more kill. There we go. Right. We're done here. Head over this way. And I'm going to replenish my stock of Mandrake so that I can make more tremor spells. And then we're going to go recruit us a ranger. Best place to do that. Best place for recruiting a ranger. Well, best place to get to. I mean, I know the only place I can recruit a ranger is Scarabray. Okay, there we go. We've got enough money. We're going to buy ourselves another horse. The cost of a horse is 100 gold times your party size. So it cost me basically all my money. But it means I can hopefully avoid a few more encounters. Because I don't need any more encounters. My valor is exactly where I need it to be. My experience is where I need it to be. But yeah, before I can recruit the ranger, I have to actually be level 8. I've made that mistake a few times doing these runs. So I have to actually go talk to Lord British first. Lord British is the self-insert of Richard Garriott, the programmer. Boom. High art now level 8. Didn't want to fight you guys, but alright. You don't want to live? I'm not one to stop you. If I go past this, this is where Scarabray is. There it is. Pay no attention to all the other corpses. Get the book. Scarabray will take me to... 3, 4, 5. So yeah, I need to go back to Jalome. We've got a full party. The book is found in a library. What a surprise. In the library at the Lyceum. We'll see if we can get Chamino poisons. Go. And now it's just a waiting game. The library at the Lyceum. The Lyceum is near Moonglow. And that should be the last thing we have to do over there. So yeah, 9,000 steps. A standard, no major glitches, 100% run runs about 7,000 steps. But naturally, this is not the most efficient way to run through the game. By definition, it's not. You're just randomly doing tasks in whatever order the machine sends them to you. There we go. Up here, we're going to blink north. We're going to blink west. This is the Lyceum. It's one of the 3 castles. We'll beat to the other 2 later. And it's there under T. Rune of Honor. So from here... we go north. See if I can catch the Moon Gate. I probably can't. It's probably... yeah, it's too late. We'll go the other way. Sure. We'll take the balloon. This could not go badly. There's Scarabray again. This is where we got the silver horn. Thank you, game, for shifting the winds in the direction I was going to send them, just as I was going to send them there. And up here is the town of Jalom, or Trinsic, rather, where we've been before. And here's where we find the Rune of Honor. What do we got next? Orange Stone. Back into the dungeons. Fortunately, we're right near Destard, which has access to the Altar Room of Courage, which in turn has access to the dungeon Covetous. Might as well mix my tremors. There we go. Not volume on, thank you. See where I landed? Good, because this is the Altar Room of Courage. I need to go out... Which way to Covetous? This way. And yeet myself up a floor. See where I landed? Good. There's the orange stone right there. So it is south 1 and east 2. There it is. Orange stone. What's next? Partial Avatar Hood of Compassion. Let's get the heck out of here. Okay. Yeah, we're just going to go from here. You might notice there's not very far you can go from Covetous. It's kind of stuck. Got 7 blink spells left. Okay. Should mix. Take a chance that that's all I need. Cove is south there. And over here is where we will find the Shrine of Compassion. Through the swamps. Enter Compassion. After this are 2 more Partial Avatar Hoods. Partial Avatar of Honor, yeah. 2 more Avatar Hoods, 2 more keys, and 2 more major items. The Mystic Arms and Mystic Armor can only be obtained after you have 8 parts Partial Avatar. So, they're often very late on the list. Well, realistically, they're going to be late on the list. There are minimum 17 options, 18, because counting the first... So the earliest Mystic Arms could show up would be number 18. Mystic Arms or Mystic Armor. And we're at number 39. We still haven't seen them yet. And we won't. Until Partial Avatar Hoods are done. Head back over this way, cross the bridge, and wait for the Moon Gate. We're almost at 10,000 moves. 10,000 moves means we're going to get different wandering monsters on the overworld. Or additional wandering monsters. The same wandering monsters will still be wandering. Shrine of Honor's over here. Here where I left the balloon. Oh, it's down. It's over here. Through the swamp. What's next? Key of Courage. Again, we're right close to the dungeon Destard, but I gotta watch the number of down spells I've got. Of course, the last partial avatar hood I have to get is Justice, which, ironically, is what I represent as a druid. So it will be the last thing I master. Take a look at Destard. Okay. How many? I've got 4 left. Okay. Yeah, let's go in through Destard. My poison. Shouldn't have cured my poison. I'm going into a dungeon. I like being poisoned in dungeons. It prevents me from getting put to sleep. I know this, and yet I did it anyway. Descend. North. Go through this room full of Nixies. Descend to level 3. This little monster-filled little campsite. Level 4, we're going to just zip down from here. This is level 5. Where'd I land? I'm out of gems. Interesting. We'll cast a light spell to see where I'm going. 6. Level 7, and from here we will zip down again. This one here. This is why I wanted to be poisoned. Now that I'm poisoned, they can't put me to sleep. Life is good. I really don't need to fight them. Well, I do need to fight them, but I don't need to fight them fair. Alright, this is the Altar Room of Courage. We're going to use a quickness spell. See if I can deke out these mages. Purple and orange. And what do we get after the Key of Courage? Partial Avatar Hood of Justice, of course. We're going to head out of here to Wrong. Or Shame, rather. And go from here to Wrong. I didn't have any more exit spells. Alright. Walk around the outside. It'd be really cool if there was a spell to just summon my horse. There we are. The last shrine. Okay, if there's any justice... Nope. I was gonna say, we're right near the Mystic Armor, but unfortunately, Key of Love is next on the list. So we head back to Castle Britannia. Because all of the dungeons attached to the Altar Room of Love are just kind of terrible to get through. They'll have a floor you can't blink through or something like that. They're all just kind of messy. So yeah, Hithloth is the best way to get there. I'm just going to have to exit out of somewhere again. Probably out of Shame. does mean I need to mix another exit spell. South. Lord British's castle. Castle Britannia. I'm out of gems. I still have keys. Okay. Key of Love will be found in the Altar Room of Love, unsurprisingly at this point. Nice. What's next? Mystic Armor. Yeah. Head out from... It's Covetous over there. I don't want to go there. Despise. So we might see Cyclopes, Ettins, Wisps, and there's Wisps now, in fact, and Ettins coming at me from the south. And Rogues. And here is Empath Abbey. We're going to get the Mystic Armor. The next thing on the list will be the Mystic Arms. Oops, it's there. We will actually wear the Mystic Armor, because it's kind of cool. Best armor in the game. And I might as well use up my blink spells. So I'm going to get on a boat, and I'm not going to blink again. Anything I need? No, we're good. That's a balloon, not a boat. There's my boat. And over here, because I need to get to a place called Serpent's Hold. The Serpent's Hold is the last castle, last place we're going to go. There it is. Yeah, I didn't actually roll this over. There it is, Mystic Arms. But it had to be the last thing on the list. Yeah, Mystic Weapons. And finally, find the Codex. Complete the game. Alright, so in order to do this, we need to sail over to the Isle of the Abyss. We've been to the Abyss once before. We didn't go in, we just threw a skull into it. Once we go east from here, we will be surrounded by pirate ships. If the wind is to the north, then we can skitter our way through them. Like so. Get through the swamp, heal my poison. I'll be needing that poison later, so. And if we want to get into the Abyss, we have to use the bell, the book, and the candle. And then we enter the Great Stygian Abyss, and we're on our way to the final act here. Or this is the final act, I guess. We have to make our way through 8 levels. One reason I needed the magic bow, other than the fact that it just does more damage, is that any weapon in this dungeon that is not magical will never hit. Doesn't matter what you're fighting. Don't have to fight those. Don't have to fight those either. Okay, here we go. Into here, we're going to cast a poison field up. It will replace the sleep field. Walking through a sleep field with this many enemies around is just bad policy. You might notice the poison fields were killing demons. That's kind of cool. Since enemies can't really be poisoned, poison fields instead act like fire fields to them. Which means they do between 0 and 128 damage every step. Whereas to me, they just poison me. And in our final room, we're going to be using that. But here we're going to... Oh. Those are bats. We don't need to deal with those. And it's going to ask us a question about the virtues and the principles, and then ask us to use a stone corresponding to one of those virtues. I'm going to scamper our way through here. Once we get through the first 2 floors, it's a bit smoother sailing for a while after that. But we get kind of swamped with dungeon rooms. Ooh, watching my health. Okay, we're out. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Descent. Okay, this is a safe room of sorts. We'll cast a bunch of heal spells. Wait a few turns just to recover some magic points. Don't have to wait that many. And if I don't walk through the middle of this room, the panel does not activate, which means those demons can stay stuck behind walls forever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. We're in a secret door. One, two. We're getting trolled. Away. We're going to cast an undead spell, which will reduce the undead, or some of the undead, to fleeing. And then a tremor to follow it up. There he goes. Tremor room. The gremlin room. The gazers can't put me to sleep because, of course, I'm poisoned. And out we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're coming up on the worst room in the game. Oh good, we got one of the Zorns and one of the Balrons. That was an excellent tremor. The Zorns negate magic, so I can't actually dispel these barriers with the Zorns in play. And the next room is the worst room in the game. If you are sensitive to flashing things, you may want to avoid this room. I unfortunately do have to go through it. Tremor. Come on. We're going to lure those guys into the poison field, as the poison field will kill them more quickly. Take a quick break here. 18 magic points. Try a sleep spell. Unfortunately, we kind of have to just deal with the blinking. Two, three. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we are out of the room. It's safe to look. Take a little bit of time here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We go south 2, west, south, and east. We're into a room maze. If you don't enter the room maze from exactly that spot, you end up getting stuck in it and having to leave. And yes, those are hostile storms. I didn't see a storm this game. That's weird. Normally I get storms I get a weird number of storms. Go away, thank you. Storms are supposed to be pretty rare, but I get them all the time for some reason when I play this game. They wander around the overworld and they kill monsters and sink ships. That was a pretty decent tremor. Need to step on that panel, which opens up that panel in the corner there, which we're going to step on next. Boom. Okay, so we're going to make use of what's not really it's certainly not a major glitch, but a small glitch. The game doesn't handle the sleep status very well. So if I put these guys to sleep, the flags that, and then leave the room, the flags that are supposed to affect them and wake them up never actually trigger. Which means that if I walk to the next room, there are going to be some things that are asleep already. And out we go. Level 7, go north and west. See, this headless over here is still asleep. That's because the game can only clear a sleep flag at the start of your turn, and if you don't have a turn, it doesn't clear it. Cast Undead, cast Tremor. Open things up. It's not a major glitch, but it's certainly a useful one. To me, it's even debatable how much it is a glitch. It is actually written into the programming. I don't think it was an intended part of the programming, but that's how the programming was written, so it's not really a glitch as such. Spirituality, white. On level 8, we're almost at the end now. We're going to cast a quickness. See if I can juke my way around this Balron. And we're going to cast a Tremor and see if we can kill some lava lizards. I want them out of my way. I have to step on this panel right here, which will open that panel in the top in the corner. Step on that panel, which will open the way out. And then leave. Cast a sleep spell, cast a tremor. Kill those guys off. Fantastic. Now, this is the second last room. It's the companion room. We meet all the companions that we brought with us. And then in the final room, we'll be fighting a bunch of Balrons, dragons, and demons. The plan is... get my magic points back. 48 and 24 is 72. Alright, I'm going to step in. I'm going to use a quickness spell. I'm going to step in, throw a tremor, and back down to a corner to use an energy field and just pick them off from there. Here we go. Quickness. Tremor. Energy type poison. And start shooting. The way quickness works, every time you take a turn, it has a 50-50 chance of giving you an extra turn. That includes on those extra turns, it takes that chance as well. Okay, it looks like I'm clear enough to get out of here. Step on the treasure chest. Step on the secret panel if that treasure chest opens. Step through here. Use the final stone. And we get into the last quiz. there's no final boss here. There is just a last quiz. All the answers can be pre-loaded. The game accepts up to 16 characters of input buffer. So every time it asks me a question, I will be answering it instantly. And when this quiz is done, it will be time. We have 12 questions. Well, 9, 12, 13 questions. We're on question 7 right now. Questions always occur in the same order, so I don't have to worry about reading them before I answer them. I just memorize the order of them. Okay. Next two are short enough that I could input them both. And then when the word infinity appears after this question, it will be time. So here we go. Floor rumbles beneath your feet, and time. There it is. And that is the Ultima IV task randomizer, with that lovely task right there. Find the codex. $12,054 steps is not unreasonable at all for a task randomizer. But yeah, that's the game. Ultima IV is free on GOG.com. It's been free for a long time. So I do recommend you pick it up. It's a very interesting game if you like old RPGs. It's also kind of a historic event. So that's it for this game, but I will be back immediately after this with Ultima 3.